Gemini, this is your June 2019. So Gemini, for the month of June, I do feel like things are going to take a lot of action. Action seems to be a key word for you for the month of June. So I think you're going to take action. I think in reference to a battleground or a stomping ground, whatever that means to you, I do feel like wherever there was a lot of unstillness, unsettledness, I feel like there's going to be a lot of peace. There's definitely going to be achievements along the way. I also feel like you are going to learn not to take something or someone for granted. I also feel like there's going to be a certain amount of counting, whether that's counting up to the last day, whatever that means, or counting how much time you've been away from somebody, or counting how much time you've been at a job. I don't know what it is, but you're adding up something to do with dates or numbers. I also feel like for the month of June, some of you might be feeling kind of shipwrecked. Might be feeling kind of like everything kind of bombarded on you. Everything happened all at once. One thing bad happened after another. And I feel like by the end of the first week of June, I do feel like that's going to start to subside. Things are going to start getting much better for you. Excuse me. I also feel like for the month of June, Gemini, that anything that was going backwards, anything that didn't feel like it was on, excuse me, the right path, I think that it was now being turned around, kind of like when somebody's pregnant and the baby is backwards, or breech they call it. So whatever was breech is now coming and turning itself around and coming forward, full face, straight through, direct. So whatever you thought was maybe even being hidden behind the scenes, or someone might have been keeping secrets, or whatever was going on, just know that things are going to start coming out to the light. Things are going to start coming in front of you. Things are going to start making sense, Gemini. I also feel like a lot of highway travel. So whoever this is for, whether you're living in California or where you're at, I just feel a lot of fast cars, a lot of fast travel. Pay attention. No time for texting while you're driving. No time for any bullshit while you're driving, because you must keep your eyes on the road, whoever that's for. Okay, again, California comes up really strong. So be careful. I also feel like some of you are saying to someone in the month of June, this is a deal or no deal. Kind of like the TV show. It's kind of like it is or it isn't, okay? Either we're going to do this or we're not going to do this. I feel like some of you are just at the point now, Gemini, where you're saying that I can't keep being left in limbo. I can't keep not making a decision here. I can't stand like this. I need to know what direction to go in. So for some of you, you've been struggling a lot, trying to find out where you belong, where you need to be, what's going on with your life, what direction you're supposed to be taking, and somebody's trying to keep you mixed up. Somebody's trying to keep you confused. Somebody's trying to keep you from making a decision, a conscious decision that is going to benefit you, so that you can grow as a person. Someone is not wanting you to grow, fearful that you will grow apart from them rather than to grow with them, okay? So that's one. For someone else, I do feel like there could be challenges amongst you. But these challenges, I don't feel like they'll be overwhelming. I don't feel like it's anything you can't handle. These challenges could also be in relationships, not knowing how to deal with a certain situation. For some of you, it could be very petty bullshit going on in your relationship. For some of you, it could be very selfish things happening, meaning somebody is not taking you into consideration, or your thoughts or your feelings. Or that could be you. Maybe you're not taking your partner's emotions or thoughts or feelings or whatever into consideration. So you can't be selfish in a relationship, okay? You got to do a give and take. You got to meet each other halfway. For some of you, there are days that are representing or mimicking things from the past. For some of you, you feel like you've lived this day before. It's kind of like a deja vu. You're like, oh, I know I've done this before. I remember something about this before. It's going to make sense to you. You're going to find the order out. You're going to find out that something from the past should not be saved anymore to bring to the future. You cannot possibly finish the chapter of a book if you keep going back to the first page. So you must continue to follow the chapters as it goes, okay? Some of you feel that you're finished learning all your lessons, you've learned enough, you've had enough. Guess what? Not your decision to make. The universe will decide when you've had enough lessons. And when you've had enough lessons, you won't be on this earth anymore. You'll move to the next realm. Okay? So don't rush it. Take your time. Do your lessons properly so you don't have to go back and repeat them. Some of you know that you have been doing the same thing over and over and over, and yet the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. You're not going to get a different outcome. Trust me. You're not going to get one if you keep doing the same shit. If you wonder why you're home, why you're being the hermit, why you're being stagnant, why you're not dating, why nothing, because what are you doing different? Nothing. What are you doing different? Nothing. For some of you, it feels like you're hearing the voice, or you're getting the message, or you're getting the download, but you're not doing anything with it. You're getting it, you're receiving it, but you're doing nothing with it. You're going to have to make a decision on what you want to do. If you want to listen to your guides, the angels are trying to speak to you, Geminis, and you're not listening. You're not listening at all. You need to listen to what your angels are trying to tell you. Some of you might sit here and say, well, how do I know they're talking to me? How do I hear them? You'll hear them. It'll come into your mind as a thought. So when you go to do something, kind of like your conscience, you go to do something, and you know, I know I shouldn't do that, because if I drive and I speed and I try to go through that yellow light right as it turned yellow a minute ago, and I'm just now going to go through it, it's going to be red, and that camera on that pole up there is going to take my picture of my license plate and send me a ticket in the mail. So I really shouldn't do it. Listen to your conscience. Listen to your intuition. Same difference. Okay? And then, once you get adjusted to doing that again, then you're going to be able to hear your angels. You're going to know the difference because your angels will not tell you to do something that's going to hurt you or someone else. Your angels will not tell you to make a decision that's selfish. Your angels will not try to put you on the wrong path or guide you in the wrong direction. Okay? Your angels are definitely going to try to work with you and try to do the best that they can for you. All right? So be patient with that. All right? Geminis, be patient. Geminis, I do get the Eight of Cups around you, and that's the card that I get is the Eight of Cups. So Geminis, with the Eight of Cups, it's meaning that somebody around you, or it could be you, has to make a decision about a lot of things going on. And all these cups could represent, the Eight of Cups, all the 8 cups could represent different situations, scenarios, in work, at home, in family, in budgeting, in financing, in investments, all kind of areas of your life, okay? So I love the Eight of Cups because what it says is to pay attention to the details. Because you have the Moon card that's there, the Moon card is meaning that you're not seeing everything for what it really is, okay? Or you're not getting all the details, or you didn't read the fine print before you signed. And then something's going to bite you in the ass because you didn't do the proper work you were supposed to ahead of time. Some of you may be making purchases coming up. If you don't do your homework to find out, say if it's an appliance, if you don't do your homework to find out what appliance runs better, what appliance has a better quality, what appliance happens to last longer, what appliance is not that expensive to repair, what appliance doesn't break down as often as the other one, you're going to get what you pay for. But it is important, A, to do your homework to find out who has the best appliance, and then to get even further into it after finding out which one works better, runs better, does exactly what you need it to do. Once you establish what type of appliance, what model, what make, then you have to do more homework to find out where can I get it the cheapest. When do they usually go on sale? Usually around 4th of July, there's a lot of sales on appliances. That is one of the biggest days to get very good discounts on appliances and things of that nature. Some of you are going to make that decision. Okay. Some of you, I do get maybe a church is involved here. So for some of you, I have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles could mean a lot of different things, okay? Three of Pentacles mean a lot of different things. For one, I get a church because this person is here with the Three of Pentacles trying to discuss what things need to be repaired or fixed or changed within this church, okay? So somebody may be trying to help donate, volunteer, or whatever at a church. Somebody may also be attending a church, or maybe your partner is attending a certain church or service. Maybe you're videoing it, or maybe you're watching it, or maybe you're there as well. But either way, this church seems to be very important for Geminis. It's saying that it's trying to ground you. There's a message, a secret message, or a private message that's within what you're seeing. It's a private message that's within whatever it is that you're seeing, whatever you're hearing. I also feel like this private message is trying to tell you something about the person, how they truly feel about you. Somebody's not able to express themselves the way they want to. They're limited on that for whatever reason. Somebody is also afraid of doing something differently. They're afraid to reach out. They're afraid that something won't be balanced, okay? The next card I have is the Two of Pentacles. So they're also afraid that they can't balance their life and your life. They're afraid that they can't balance their emotions. They're afraid that they can't just stick to being platonic. They're afraid that they may be physically attracted to you. There may be a chemistry that they can't control. For some of you, for Geminis, this person may have a great deal of interest in you. And again, it could be related to a church. It could be related to somebody who you know prays, somebody who you know reads the Bible. For some of you, that's exactly what I'm picking up. For some of you, I do get that you have the Two of Cups. Somebody is wanting to make an offer to you. It is an offer. It is an extension from the universe, from the guiding angels, from your spirit guides, saying that we want you to be happy. We want to send somebody to you, a partner that can love you and understand you and share with you and praise God with you and do everything that's important. But at the same time, you're worried about that because there has to be an ending to something else before this other offer can take place. So something else has to be let go. Some of you are still holding on to a situation that wasn't serving you. Definitely holding on to something that felt like it was jabbing you, maybe even stabbing you, something that may have caused you so much pain, caused you to be down and out. But for some of you, I do feel like you're going to make a big difference. There's going to be a lot of changes to come. You got the Moon card here, but you have to be careful because some of the decisions you make might be based on things that aren't good, things that might have been toxic, or somebody that you're trying to go toward may not have the truth for you, may not want to give all that to you. Some of you may be dating, again, water signs, earth signs, or even fire signs, but I just feel like the temptation is very strong right now for Geminis, so I want you to be really careful. Geminis, I do feel like you're going to do some kind of traveling and by yourself. It feels like you want to get away a little bit. You want to examine yourself. You want to reground yourself with the earth. Maybe you're trying to go near water. Maybe you're trying to become more spiritual. Maybe you're working on your chakras and trying to do your meditations to get yourself in a better place. Some of you are preparing to start a whole new cycle, and that's where the World card comes in, because that is all about doing things brand new, having a new experience, having a new opportunity, having a new chance. So I do feel like, Geminis, you have a lot of blessings on the way. I just want you to be careful of the offers or the opportunities or the temptations that get put in front of you. Please make careful decisions, okay?